All right, all right. So, dun, 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 dun. Yes, I got it done. And I know for most people it wouldn't even be a big deal. Like, well, what's with that? Why wouldn't you do it? Well, I was having an issue with being registered. I somehow get like kicked out of the system, which I don't really understand like how that happened, but it did. And I had to go to my polling place today, and I had to take some documents with my name on it to prove, I am who I am and I live where I live. So I did that. And it took them a while. They were very friendly. I went twice, and both times I went midday. There was barely anybody there other than workers. And then I went after the workday, right? Around 4 or 5 o'clock. And there was a few more people there, but pretty dead. And it took about, I don't know, 30 minutes to get me re-registered, get my ballot. Yeah, so it wasn't too bad, but again, I don't know how I got kicked out, but maybe switching counties had something to do with it. I don't know. Um, Trump, man, he always ceases to amaze me, because I find this a very, very great. I mean, this is like the best political theater a person could ask for. I mean, hands down. He goes in and pays the bond cash like a boss. How can you not respect the man? I mean, come on, man. Let's be honest here. People be faking the funk. You got to respect that, right? They're going to come up with some corny reasons why they don't. Well, anywho, he was in Green Bay. I've been there plenty of times. That's the home of the Packers, Lambeau Field. And I was appreciative of the people that were there. It seemed like they had a pretty decent crowd, like they were in like a banquet hall or something. So it looked nice for the facility they were in. It's been downpouring for like 2 days here. So I'm assuming Green Bay is seeing some of that rain, hence being indoor, And it's a little cold, which I know he don't really give a shit about that. But I'm just saying, it was still a nice crowd. Bigger than any Biden crowd, bigger than anybody he comes here and we don't even know where he goes. Like, I don't know, he probably meets with like 5 to 10 people. Who knows? But okay, so in his speech in Green Bay, he mentioned MasterLock. MasterLock was a huge employer here. They had like 1,000 employees at one point. I don't know. I'm not going to even say the year because I can't quote it. But there was like 300 plus left in February, March. They were pretty much all union except for a handful. So they did end up getting jobs in other sectors through the union. So that's good. But it's a problem when you have a facility that big and in a city like Milwaukee, which is really just, I don't even want to say that. I don't want to count it out, but it's a shithole. That's the truth, man. Plain and simple, it's a shithole. And people look forward to that. And like Trump said, when you have major manufacturers like that leaving the city, that's going to leave people with problems, okay? And we don't need that to happen. And with MasterLock, I don't even think that they made a decision to like go out of the country. I think they just made a decision like, we're leaving Milwaukee, and left it at that. Like, they said something along the lines of it not being personal and them just doing something else in quote unquote North America, but we'll see. And the other interesting thing I saw, man. So RFK, people who know me, I'm very honest about this. I'm not a Republican. Not at all. I'm just a Trump supporter. I look at policy. I look at what would benefit me, what would benefit my son, what would benefit everybody collectively. I consider a lot of things and then kind of weigh the scale, right? So it is highly possible that I could vote for D or R. It matters on what they're running on, right? But RFK, who I agree with some of his ideologies. I think he has a point when he says that big, huge corporations like Amazon, I have a problem with them not paying any federal tax. That's an issue for me. Now, I don't know if they pay state tax, you know. That'd be something I'd have to look into. And I know there's other things that come into play, but I just can't see multi-billion, with a B, not paying any tax. But moving on, he was in the interview and the lady asked him what the biggest threat to democracy was versus, between Biden and Trump. And he said Biden, because Biden has affected the First Amendment, freedom of speech, censoring political opponents, okay? We did not want that to happen when this Constitution was written, but she had a fit. She kept asking him the same question over and over, like his answer was going to change. It was hilarious. Like, lady, calm down. He told you the answer. Well, okay. What else happened? No, it was interesting. And they had mentioned something about, oh, Trump's going to have his new VP and he's going to run along the lines of The Apprentice. And I'm like, what? No. We don't need any more of those, like, we don't need a game show right now. Like, it's getting real, right? I get that you're questioning people and wanting to, like, test them, see how solid they are, see what they stand for, etc. But an apprentice type? No, thank you. People just say anything anyways. They just say shit. So we'll see. I'm pretty sure he already has a good idea, if not knows exactly who he's going to pick. But the other thing that has been very interesting through this whole primary is that it seems like they know relatively quick who won and they just call it. It seems like a potential problem for me, but what do I know? I don't know. I don't do politics. I don't do media. I don't do any of that, so. But I did go by MasterLock today because I wanted to take a little bit of a video, which I suck. I totally suck. But I might be able to clip it and upload a little just to show you guys because it is a big deal. And if it happens here, it's happened plenty of other places and it's going to continue to happen. So I hate to see people lose their jobs like that, right? It provides stability. Kids tend to do better, right? They have parents who can make an affordable, I shouldn't say affordable. They can make a decent wage, right? And just overall, it collectively has our numbers to do better when we can provide that for families. So that's a big hit. And, it's happened a lot of places and will continue. And it's sad. But anyway, I am going to get up out of here. I think I covered everything I wanted to. And I know I seem like I'm talking real fast, but yeah, I didn't want a 10-minute video, and I wanted to get my few thoughts out there, right? And it's been a rough day, a real rough day. So for me, I'm going to put my pajamas on and chill. That seems like a good idea. Yeah. And maybe eat Cookie Crisp. I don't know. I have a taste for that. But anyway, with that being said, I'll catch y'all later. You see this facility right here? It's huge. It's huge, it's huge, it's huge. Yes, my seatbelt is off, but I'll survive. Anyway, so this factory closed down. Oh, that's gonna drive me nuts. March. It closed down in March. So last month, they at one time employed over 1,000 people. I can't get in there, or I'd go closer. over 1,000 people here on the north side of Milwaukee. But they shut down at 300, I believe. And one guy had been there for 44 years. So people were extremely disappointed.